In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to overlook the small, seemingly insignificant aspects of our daily routines, but some of them have a profound impact on our health. One of the most subtle, yet most damaging habits we've developed as a society is the amount of time we spend sitting each day. Whether it's sitting at a desk, in front of the TV, during meals, or even while commuting, we are spending more time in a seated position than ever before. What many people don't realize, however, is that extended periods of sitting can cause significant long-term damage to our bodies. While the effects may not be immediately noticeable, over time, sitting for prolonged hours every day can lead to a variety of health issues that affect our physical, mental, and emotional well-being. These issues don't just come out of nowhere. They accumulate quietly, creeping into our lives when we least expect it, and in the process, they threaten our independence and quality of life as we age. The sedentary society we live in. We live in a society that is increasingly sedentary. The rise of office jobs, the dominance of digital technology, and the convenience of modern transportation have all conspired to create a culture that values convenience and comfort over movement. Sitting has become the default position for much of our daily activities. Many jobs now require us to sit at a desk for hours on end, staring at a computer screen. Even after work, we often continue sitting, whether in front of the television, while eating meals, or even during social gatherings where sitting is the norm. It has become so ingrained in our daily routine that we rarely think twice about how much time we spend in a seated position. While some sitting is unavoidable, the problem arises when it becomes excessive and routine. For instance, the average person may sit for anywhere between 8 to 10 hours per day, sometimes even more. In fact, some studies have shown that the average American spends up to 13 hours a day sitting, a staggering number when you think about it. This sedentary lifestyle can take its toll, and what we don't realize is that our bodies weren't designed to stay still for prolonged periods. We were meant to move, whether it's walking, running, stretching, or simply standing. Our bodies thrive on motion, and when we don't give them that movement, we start to see the consequences. The long-term toll of sitting on your health. You might think that sitting for a few hours each day doesn't cause any immediate harm, but the truth is that the damage is gradual. At first, you may not notice anything out of the ordinary. Your muscles might feel a little stiff after a long day, but nothing that seems to warrant concern. However, over time, the lack of movement begins to have a compound effect, and your body starts to show signs of wear and tear. One of the first areas to be affected by sitting too much is the circulatory system. When you sit for long periods, blood circulation slows down, particularly in your lower extremities. This is especially true if you're sitting in a position that restricts blood flow, such as crossing your legs or slouching. As a result, blood can begin to pool in your legs, leading to swollen ankles, varicose veins, and even deep vein thrombosis, DVT, a potentially dangerous condition where blood clots form in the legs. The longer you stay seated, the harder your heart has to work to pump blood through your body, which can put unnecessary strain on your cardiovascular system. In the long run, this can increase the risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, and other cardiovascular complications. Additionally, prolonged sitting can lead to muscular imbalances. When you sit for long hours, certain muscles become tight and shortened, particularly those in your hips and lower back. Conversely, the muscles in your legs and core that are responsible for stabilizing your body remain weak and inactive. This imbalance can lead to poor posture, back pain, and other musculoskeletal issues. Over time, these issues can become chronic and even debilitating, making it more difficult to move freely and perform daily tasks without discomfort. Weakening of muscles and joints. When you sit for prolonged periods, the muscles in your body aren't being activated or strengthened. For example, your hip flexors, which help you lift your legs, are being constantly shortened when you sit, leading to tightness and discomfort. On the flip side, your glutes and core muscles become weak because they aren't being used. This lack of strength and stability can lead to poor posture, difficulty standing up straight, and a higher risk of falls as you age. Additionally, prolonged sitting can lead to stiff joints, especially in the lower back and knees. These joints can lose flexibility, making it harder to bend down, climb stairs, or even get up from a chair without assistance. This effect is particularly evident in older adults whose muscles and joints have already begun to weaken with age. The longer you remain inactive, the greater the decline in muscle strength and flexibility. This makes even the most basic movements, like getting in and out of a car, bending down to tie your shoes, or picking up a dropped item, feel more difficult, and it can significantly impact your independence. The impact of sitting on your mental health. In addition to the physical toll, sitting too much can have a profound effect on your mental health. When you are sedentary for long periods, your brain's chemistry changes. Physical activity, such as walking or stretching, triggers the release of endorphins and other feel-good chemicals in the brain. These chemicals help to improve mood, reduce stress, and increase feelings of well-being. In contrast, a lack of movement can leave you feeling sluggish, anxious, and even depressed. Research has shown that sedentary behavior is associated with a higher risk of mental health issues, particularly depression and anxiety. The lack of physical activity can affect the brain's ability to regulate stress and mood, leading to increased feelings of fatigue, irritability, and mental fog. This is particularly concerning for older adults, as the combination of physical decline and mental health struggles can significantly diminish quality of life. The health risks beyond the muscles and mind. The health risks of sitting for extended periods extend far beyond just muscle stiffness or back pain. Prolonged inactivity is linked to a variety of chronic diseases, some of which are preventable. One of the most significant risks is obesity. When you sit for long periods without moving, your metabolism slows down, making it harder for your body to burn calories efficiently. This can lead to weight gain, and over time, the accumulation of excess weight can increase your risk of developing other serious health conditions, such as type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and elevated cholesterol levels. The longer you stay sedentary, the more difficult it becomes to lose weight and maintain a healthy body composition. The sedentary lifestyle, a silent epidemic. In recent decades, sedentary behavior has become an epidemic, largely due to advances in technology, the rise of desk jobs, and the increasing convenience of modern life. From working at computers to watching television or even spending hours on our smartphones, the average person today spends more time sitting than ever before. This shift towards inactivity has profound consequences, particularly as we age. While a sedentary lifestyle might feel comfortable in the short term, the long-term impact is far more serious. The human body was never designed to remain still for prolonged periods. In fact, our ancestors were constantly on the move, whether hunting, gathering, or performing various physical tasks. Sitting for long stretches of time wasn't part of our evolutionary blueprint. As a result, when we sit too much, we begin to disrupt the natural processes that keep our bodies functioning optimally. The muscles, joints, and bones that were once used regularly begin to weaken, and the cardiovascular system starts to suffer. Even if we don't feel the effects immediately, the damage is building up slowly, insidiously. The immediate physical effects of sitting too long. The immediate effects of sitting too long may seem benign at first. You might feel some stiffness in your back or hips, perhaps a slight ache in your knees or neck. These discomforts are often brushed off as the natural consequences of age or the result of a long day. However, this seemingly innocuous discomfort is often the first sign of something much more serious. The longer you sit, the more your circulation suffers. When you remain seated for extended periods, blood flow to the lower extremities is restricted. As a result, blood begins to pool in your legs and feet, making it harder for your heart to pump blood throughout your body. This reduced circulation can lead to swelling, varicose veins, and even more severe conditions like deep vein thrombosis, DVT, a dangerous blood clotting condition that can have life-threatening consequences. The lack of movement also causes muscles to weaken and atrophy. For example, sitting for hours on end can cause the hip flexors to shorten, making it harder to stand up and walk. Over time, these small inconveniences accumulate, eventually impairing your mobility. The slow and steady decline of your cardiovascular health. One of the most significant risks of prolonged sitting is its effect on your cardiovascular health. When you sit for long periods, your heart's ability to pump blood efficiently is compromised. The muscles in your lower body, which play an important role in circulating blood, aren't being used, so your heart has to work harder to pump blood to the rest of your body. As a result, your heart rate slows down and your circulation becomes less efficient. This leads to an increased risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, and stroke. Furthermore, sedentary behavior contributes to the accumulation of unhealthy fats in the body, especially around the abdominal area. This fat, known as visceral fat, surrounds vital organs such as the heart and liver and increases the risk of chronic conditions like obesity, type 2 diabetes, and metabolic syndrome. Metabolic syndrome is a collection of risk factors that significantly raise the likelihood of developing heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. How sitting contributes to obesity and weight gain. Perhaps one of the most noticeable consequences of sitting for long periods is weight gain. When you're sitting down, your body burns fewer calories. The fewer calories you burn, the more likely you are to gain weight. This is particularly dangerous as you get older because metabolism naturally slows with age. Without regular physical activity, your body can quickly accumulate excess fat, leading to obesity. Obesity is a major contributor to a wide range of health issues, including heart disease, high blood pressure, and certain types of cancer. The lack of movement also affects the body's ability to regulate blood sugar levels. When you're sedentary, insulin, the hormone that helps your body use sugar for energy, becomes less effective. This can lead to insulin resistance, a precursor to type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is a serious condition that, if left unmanaged, can lead to a variety of complications, including kidney disease, nerve damage, and vision problems. The mental health implications of prolonged sitting. While the physical dangers of sitting too much are well known, the impact of prolonged sitting on mental health is often underestimated. The human brain thrives on movement. Physical activity triggers the release of endorphins, the body's natural mood boosters. However, when you remain inactive for long periods, your brain's production of these beneficial chemicals slows down. As a result, you may begin to experience feelings of stress, anxiety, and depression. Sitting too long can also lead to mental fog and difficulty concentrating. The lack of movement deprives your brain of the oxygen and nutrients it needs to function at its best. Additionally, when you're not moving, you're more likely to ruminate on negative thoughts and stressors, which can lead to feelings of helplessness and frustration. This cycle can create a negative feedback loop, where the physical discomfort of sitting leads to emotional distress, and the emotional distress makes it harder to motivate yourself to get up and move. The impact on your independence and mobility. For many older adults, one of the most frightening aspects of aging is the potential loss of independence. The thought of becoming reliant on others for basic tasks like getting up from a chair, walking to the kitchen, or even dressing oneself is terrifying. Unfortunately, this loss of independence can be a direct consequence of prolonged sitting. When we fail to move regularly, we lose the flexibility, strength, and mobility needed to perform everyday activities. The muscles and joints that we neglect while sitting become stiff, weak, and less responsive. Over time, this can make even simple movements difficult. Activities that once felt effortless, like climbing stairs or walking to the store, may become monumental tasks. The fear of losing independence is a powerful motivator for many people to take action. But the good news is that it's never too late to make a change. By incorporating regular movement into your day, you can preserve your independence and maintain the mobility needed to enjoy a full and active life. It's not about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. It's about making small, sustainable changes to your daily routine. Even just a few minutes of movement each day can have a profound impact on your health and well-being. The solution: small steps to combat. The dangers of sitting. Now that we've discussed the dangers of sitting for too long, you may be wondering what you can do to protect your health. The good news is that you don't need to make drastic changes to your lifestyle to reap the benefits of movement. Small, consistent changes can make a world of difference. The key is to integrate movement into your daily routine in a way that feels sustainable. Start by making a conscious effort to stand up every hour. This doesn't have to be a long walk. Simply standing and stretching for a minute or two can help keep your muscles active and improve circulation. You can also incorporate short bursts of movement throughout the day. Take the stairs instead of the elevator, park further away from the store entrance, or march in place while watching TV. These small actions may not seem like much in the moment, but they add up over time and can have a significant impact on your health. It's also important to focus on strength training exercises, especially as you age. Regularly engaging in light strength training exercises can help maintain muscle mass and improve mobility. Exercises like squats, lunges, and calf raises can be done with minimal equipment and can be adapted to your fitness level. Resistance bands, a simple tool for powerful results. If you're looking for a way to challenge yourself gently, resistance bands are an excellent choice. These bands are incredibly versatile, affordable, and easy to use. Whether you're sitting in a chair or standing, resistance bands can help you engage and target the muscles in your thighs, hips, and lower legs. The beauty of resistance bands is that they offer a low-impact workout that can still deliver significant results. With a few simple exercises, you can work on building and toning the muscles in your legs without overexerting yourself. Imagine sitting down in your favorite chair, band secured around your legs, and lifting your feet slightly off the ground. You're engaging your thigh muscles, strengthening them, and boosting your circulation, all without standing up. This is just one example of how resistance bands can work wonders for your legs. These small, consistent efforts may seem like a small thing, but they add up over time. The improvement you'll feel in your leg strength and flexibility will not only impact your physical health, but also restore your sense of control over your body. The emotional and physical benefits of leg exercises. You might be wondering why leg exercises in particular are so important. What makes these exercises so critical for maintaining mobility and independence? The answer lies in the fact that our legs are the foundation of movement. Strong, flexible legs allow us to maintain balance, prevent falls, and support our weight when we're standing or walking. By focusing on strengthening our legs, we can address some of the most common age-related concerns, such as instability, loss of muscle mass, and a decrease in overall mobility. But the benefits don't stop there. Regular leg exercises can also have profound effects on your mental and emotional well-being. For many older adults, one of the most frustrating aspects of aging is the gradual loss of independence. Simple tasks, like getting up from a chair or climbing a flight of stairs, can become daunting challenges. Leg exercises help you maintain the strength and flexibility necessary to navigate the world with confidence. The process of engaging in regular physical activity, no matter how simple, can boost your mood and improve your outlook on life. Exercise is known to release endorphins, the body's natural feel-good chemicals. Even the smallest amount of physical activity can help alleviate feelings of stress and depression, fostering a greater sense of emotional well-being. By prioritizing leg exercises, you're taking an important step toward not only protecting your physical health but also nurturing your emotional resilience. The importance of consistency, not intensity. One of the most important lessons to remember when embarking on a fitness journey is that consistency is far more important than intensity. You don't have to push yourself to exhaustion or perform complicated high-intensity workouts to see results. The key is to make movement a regular part of your daily routine. This approach allows you to gradually build strength and flexibility without overtaxing your body. Just a few minutes of leg exercises every day can make a big difference. You don't need to commit to long workout sessions. Start with small, simple movements like seated leg lifts, gentle squats, or even walking around your home every hour. Each of these activities engages your leg muscles in a way that can help maintain muscle mass, improve circulation, and increase your overall flexibility. Over time, the benefits of these consistent efforts will become more apparent. Your legs will feel stronger, your balance will improve, and your confidence in your mobility will grow. Don't wait until you're experiencing aches, pains, or stiffness to start making changes. By taking charge of your health today, you can prevent these issues from escalating. By committing to leg exercises now, you'll be investing in a future where you move with greater ease, comfort, and independence. The lifelong impact, gaining independence through movement. As we age, one of the greatest fears we face is losing our independence. The thought of becoming reliant on others for basic tasks, like getting out of bed, walking to the kitchen, or even getting dressed, can be a terrifying reality. However, one of the most powerful ways to preserve your independence as you age is through regular movement and exercise. Incorporating leg exercises into your routine is an easy yet incredibly effective way to maintain your strength and mobility. By actively engaging your leg muscles, you're helping to preserve your ability to stand, walk, and perform daily tasks on your own. This proactive approach allows you to stay in control of your life and reduce the risk of falls or accidents that might otherwise compromise your independence. Moreover, regular movement helps you build a sense of confidence in your own body. When you know that your legs are strong enough to carry you through the day, you'll feel empowered. You'll be less likely to shy away from activities or avoid social outings out of fear of not being able to keep up. Instead, you'll be more inclined to embrace life's opportunities with the assurance that you have the strength to meet them head-on. Small steps, big impact, leg lifts, and simple movements. The beauty of leg exercises is that they can be adapted to fit your current fitness level. You don't need any special equipment, and you don't have to leave your home to make a difference. One simple exercise you can start with is leg lifts. These can be done while seated in a chair, making them accessible to almost anyone. To perform a leg lift, simply sit up straight in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor. Slowly extend one leg in front of you, holding it parallel to the ground for a few seconds, then gently lower it back down. Repeat with the other leg. Start with a few repetitions and gradually increase the number as you feel more comfortable. Another great option is standing and sitting. This exercise helps strengthen the muscles you use when getting up from a chair, which is an essential movement for maintaining your independence. Stand up from a seated position and sit back down slowly. Repeat this several times, taking care to engage your legs and keep your posture aligned. Both exercises are simple, but they're incredibly effective. By making them a regular part of your daily routine, you'll notice improvements in your leg strength, balance, and mobility. Empowering yourself through leg exercises. The power of leg exercises goes beyond just building muscle. It's about empowering yourself to live a fuller, more independent life. By dedicating just a few minutes each day to strengthening your legs, you can improve your physical health, boost your mood, and gain a sense of control over your body. These small steps may not seem like much at first, but over time they add up to significant improvements in your mobility, strength, and confidence. Remember, it's not about pushing yourself to the limit or achieving perfection. It's about consistency and making small, sustainable changes to your daily routine. Whether you're sitting in a chair or standing up and sitting down, each effort you make counts toward a healthier, more independent future. So take charge of your health today and give your legs the care and attention they deserve. By doing so, you'll be investing in a vibrant and fulfilling life for years to come.